Good morning. I'm Miss Purple. I feel like I haven't really introduced myself. I've been studying yoga since I was in college, so it's been over 20 years now. And I started teaching my roommates while I was in college, so I was instantly a yoga instructor teaching people yoga. And I continued practicing and teaching my friends until 2012 when so that's like 12 years because it was like I graduated in 2000. So for 12 years I practiced, and then I took teacher training at Liberation Yoga in Los Angeles, and got my certification, and I started apprenticing under Pagan for 2 years, Pagan George, who teaches in a Iyengar based styled yoga and very detail oriented. I studied under him for 2 years, and then I decided I wanted to actually become an Iyengar instructor. So I went and studied under Marla Apt for about a year and a half to 2 years. And then I decided I didn't want to be an Iyengar teacher because once you become certified in Iyengar, you cannot teach any other style of yoga. So that made me not want to become an Iyengar instructor, even though I do love the Iyengar, the detailed attention. Um, so then I just continued and I started studying under Anthony Beninati, who teaches classical hatha, and I've been studying under him for about 8 years now. And he's still my teacher, and I'm still learning as I practice and teach, as we all should. All teachers should continue learning, even if it's just through their own practice. So that's what I'm doing now because I'm not really taking classes because it's quarantine and stuff, and I've been doing some online classes, but I decided it was time for me to start teaching, spreading this knowledge that I've been gathering to be able to do that with. So I've worked through a lot of injuries. I have bursitis. My doctor told me to start taking ibuprofen every day for the rest of my life when I was 29, and that's not what I wanted to do. So I was very like stunned and disappointed, and I decided that I was going to fix it through exercise and regular practice. And so now that's what I do. I specialize in hip injuries, sciatica, because I've had to work through that myself. I've actually even pulled a hamstring attachment in a yoga class. So I specialize in hyperextension because of that, because I am very hypermobile. And that was one of the reasons why I left Iyengar, because I feel like that wasn't addressed quite enough, but it was addressed more than other practices. So I'm not downplaying Iyengar. It's a wonderful practice. And if that's all you can get to, if you want a really concentrated practice to learn, that's a very good place to start. So just learning what hyperextension is and how to engage your body in a healthy way was what I really wanted to focus on. So that's what I teach. And I like helping people through injuries and teaching people that they can move their body no matter what. Even if it's at a small degree, you got to start somewhere. Um, and that's what my goal is to help everyone understand that they can still do some kind of yoga, some kind of body movement to keep themselves active. I believe that yoga is the fountain of youth. If you look at yogis, they look younger than the average person that does not practice yoga. And I think that it's definitely a wonderful thing for everyone to try and integrate into their daily lives. So, thank you, and I hope this helped you understand a little bit about me and where I come from. I could go on a lot longer, and I could actually keep going. I haven't feel like I haven't actually addressed that I actually teach Kundalini as well. I've been practicing Kundalini since 2013, and Ram Das Bir Singh Khalsa, I studied under him for 2 years in Santa Ana, California. He is a master. I really love that old man. He's a very beautiful, like an angel. He's literally like a living angel. So if you want an honest Kundalini instructor, I would go to Ram Das Bir Singh Khalsa. Um, I think it's kundalinihomestead.com in Santa Ana, California. So you just look up Kundalini Yoga in Santa Ana, California, and he should come up. He's an old man with a long white beard. You can't miss him. He looks like a wizard. He's a magical wizard, in my opinion. So that's who I studied under, and with Kundalini, and then I was also taking Hatha at the same time. You could say I'm a bit of a yoga nerd, yoga junkie. I love it. I sit on the floor here. This is where my desk is. Actually, my phone is on my laptop. I sit doing my work like this. So this is my desk is actually um, one of those bed tables with the yoga block under it to elevate it to my ideal ergonomic height, and that is how I work. And then I can also move around and sit like this, and in different poses while I'm working, so I don't have to sit in a chair. Um, I'd like to explain a little bit about why sitting in chairs is so bad, because if you're sitting in a chair, you're essentially in a forward fold. So, I mean, sitting like this, you're in a forward fold, right? Which is the opposite of a back bend. So, we need to do more back bends in our lives. So, even if it's just a simple bridge pose, spending time, even if you have to use a block to settle into it, if you're not that open yet, and just do more back bends. That's why I like to lay on the floor and do my work here, because I can just, I don't feel good. Sit up and go into a different pose. Whereas if you're in a chair, you're in the chair. That's the only pose you're doing. But if you are in a chair, you can do a simple twist. Right? Hold the arm of the chair. Spend a few minutes in that twist. You can do arm circles. And you can do this is called spinal flex in Kundalini Yoga. Spinal flexing is basically like cat-cow, sitting up. So do those things while you're sitting in your chairs, people. And I hope this was insightful and benefited you in some way, and you have some background on me. I also did mention that I have lupus, or I was diagnosed with it in 2012, which is why I started teacher training. My rheumatologist diagnosed me, and I decided that I'm not going to be overpowered by a dis-ease. In fact, I don't even consider it a thing. It's just that my immune system is sensitive, so I have to be mindful of that. So I eat a lot of vitamin C, and I'm very healthy, and I have not eaten red meat or chicken or any kind of meat other than fish in over 20 years now. And I also have a program to help you become vegetarian. It took me 5 years. It's something that you have to do gradually, but I offer a program to become vegetarian if you would like my program on becoming vegetarian. I'm not that great at marketing myself, which is what I'm trying to do, and this is what this is. So this is just a video for you to try to understand who I am a little better, and a little bit of background about me, because I'm just making yoga videos, and I'm like, well, you probably want to know why and who I am. So I hope this helped, and I don't know. If you have any questions, please ask. Satnam Waheguru. Namaste. I bow to the Rishi, Yoginis, and Yoginis who came before us. And with gratitude, we all bow. Thank you.